Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's White. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking for a man. It's Braxton. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And come on now, O-line. You've got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Marshall quick to the line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got a man, it's Turner. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this third and short. Gets open down the middle. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. First down here for the offense. It's a draw. Fights off a defender. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On third down, going up top. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and
he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. It's a draw. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Braxton. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Marshall quick to the line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is...
And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot inbounds. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Kentucky. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but I'm not sure Bevo's feeling like this one's in the clear. This has been a nip and tuck affair all game. They're up by 7 over UTEP. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. To the air, it's Braxton. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Pressure coming. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's up 4th down.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, going to the air. Going for the big play. did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Braxton. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Kentucky! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. To the air, it's Braxton. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Herd! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Off the RPO, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
He rifles one deep to the left. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. He's going to throw deep right side. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab on the left side. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do that.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Coming after it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Caught near the sticks. It's Chapman. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Fires to the big fella. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He'll do it himself. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game. Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And this one splits the uprights. They were able to get a field goal on board, and now they'll kick it away.
35, Marshall, 10.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the punishment has been extended.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find...
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Release to the back. Complete out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Kentucky trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They're bringing heat. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the route is on.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Marshall, 10.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Power football with the run. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Caught in the backfield, it's Chapman. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. Got his man. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Braxton. Unloads to the wideout. And is fifth interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. And he throws another interception.
Intercepted by Kentucky. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the stomping has commenced.
Number 5.
That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in these. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The give and tick, 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 tick. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown has ensued.
Number 83.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Dropping back, it's Braxton. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Tackle is made. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this
pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Looking for the score. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here
Makes the catch on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the victory.
He's off to the races. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They
throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he's going to go down as time has run out. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.